Welcome to another ASMR video. This one is going to be a little bit more unique, and I hope it's really fun for those who are participating in it. I have been sharing intuitive guidance, and I've been doing some mini aura readings for those who follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and I've been having such a fun time. It's really my greatest joy to facilitate the space, to create this coherence with our souls so I can read and provide some clarity for you on your soul path, your spiritual journey, your life purpose. And so that's what I want to do here. And I was thinking about the way I could share this, because obviously it's not one-on-one, it's not as personal, but I also didn't want to do a role play because I feel like there's things that could get missed if I'm just pretending that somebody's in front of me. So I meditated on this, and I felt that I was being guided to create a collective intuitive reading, but kind of fine-tune it a little more. So we'll break down the collective of the people who watch this video, not just the collective at large. I really want this to be a little more personal for those who are watching and participating as they tune in. And so I'd like to separate the group in by 3. So whatever number resonates for you, this reading will be specifically channeled right now, spontaneously. So if you resonate with the number 1, you'll be in group 1. If you resonate with number 2, you'll be group 2 for that reading. And then if you resonate with the number 3, then I'll provide a reading for that group as well. So I also have these life purpose cards that I just purchased, just to get a little more clarity, and that's what this is all about for me, is just to provide clarity on your soul path. Sometimes as an intuitive, it's really nice when you can connect with the soul and just see at a higher level what we might not be able to see in ourselves always. So it's not that I'm somehow more knowledgeable or I have more of this gift and I'm showing you what you need to know, or that somehow I have not more power, but like more ability than you do. It's not that. It's just I'm tuning into your higher self. So it is you, and I'm tuning into what you might be needing in the moment. And but it's always the level of that you're open to the reading as well. So sometimes I'll have a person that's more closed, and I can only go so far in the reading. So it's not like I can just make it happen for a soul that and maybe they feel like they're open, but there's a certain barrier there, and I as an intuitive, it's not right for me to cross that line or that barrier. So this is going to be for those who are open to an intuitive reading, who just like to provide or have more clarity provided for them. And so I'm really excited because I want you to see how I work. If you would like to book a session, I am booking more and more of these sessions as I put myself out there, as I practice, and it's really exciting. So I just wanted to show you kind of what you could expect. I really don't like to have too much information prior. I really like to tune into your energy spontaneously and see what I feel into, and then we can talk afterwards. Anything that resonated, or if you have any questions, we can go further into an image or into anything that arises. So again, just choose a number that you feel connected to, and I'm reading for all those who choose that specific number, so there's no wrong choice here. So but if for whatever reason you're not connecting with what I'm saying so much, and if you have any questions, you could always contact me privately by email, or message me here on YouTube if that's more comfortable, and just be open to this process. We like to see ourselves in certain ways. We like to have information said to us in a certain way, and if it kind of goes out of our normal way of viewing ourselves, or it's not comfortable for us in whatever way, we really limit the reading. We limit what we can receive from a specific intuitive. I'm not just talking about myself. You really limit what you can learn and what you can begin to cultivate in your life. So I just wanted to explain that as well. I hope you can be as open to this process as possible. So for group 1, just so you know, I want to my process a little bit. And why I close my eyes is because I imagine in my mind's eye that there's a blank screen, a white screen, and that any image that wants to come forward can be seen clearly. but it also goes along with kind of like an inner knowing, or sometimes colors will come across, but then I'll also get what those colors might mean, the interpretation of it. So it does help me to close the eyes and to really focus. So I'm tuning into the collective of souls who chose number 1 and paying attention to any symbols, any visuals that want to come through first. I'm going to write down a collective reading, so it's taking a little bit of time to acclimate to all of the different energies so I can fine-tune it and express it more clearly for all of you, okay? So thank you for your patience. For this first group, I'm getting a lot of the pinks and amethyst colors first that are coming through, and it's almost like I can see an amethyst crystal in front of me, but there's also these really beautiful pinks intermixed with it. The amethyst color is a really deeply spiritual and psychic color. So for those of you who chose 1, this is definitely something that's a natural ability for you. I'm also seeing these beautiful white flowers that are coming forward as well, and I want to see what this might represent. There's something that's coming to mind right now, but I want to wait to see if there's anything else that's coming through. And it's almost the image of this is kind of your purpose to provide divine, authentic beauty in the world. It's a really spiritual process to share your authentic beauty, your authentic self, your divine expression, just like a flower does. Its pure essence is beauty, and it doesn't take away from any other beauty. It's really just aligned in itself and is true to itself. That's kind of the message that's coming along with these beautiful white flowers that I see. It's really gorgeous. See what else is coming through for group 1. I'm also having this image of just the collective of us that resonate with it. Grounding is so very important for these souls. I see just laying on the earth, really feeling our body's connection to the earth in a deep way. But it's interesting that as we're laying on the earth, we can see so much more above. We can feel more connected to the higher realms. So it's an interesting paradox there. As you ground and as you connect more to earth, you're seeing more of the starry sky above, or the clouds and the sunshine. You're really able to feel nourished by the higher energies. Okay, so that's definitely coming through. I'm also seeing some forward movement. So as a group of souls, those of you who are on the spiritual path, who really connect with your psychic and intuitive abilities, there is this movement moving you and guiding you. And as you connect more with these abilities, as you connect more with the higher realms and the forces of love that are connected to you, you will just automatically be moving forward because you're so supported. That makes sense. I was almost kind of getting this I was seeing actually a bike moving forward, and at first I was thinking it was something really specific to the bike, but what I'm receiving is just this inner knowing of the movement, and that you are supported through this process, and that you're not alone at all, and also the movement in general is really important to have these energies flow. So I was also getting that message too, along with the grounding, is to move your body, but also to know that anytime that you are in alignment with your gifts, you're in alignment with your soul purpose, you are going to be naturally moving forward. I also see an image of younger children surrounding this group, this inner knowing and this wisdom that you naturally hold, especially with the amethyst color, is very attractive to the souls, the younger children who are coming into the world. And we can get wrapped up in what those titles are, like the rainbow, crystalline children. But it's true that we can kind of see how our planet's evolving when we look at the children who are being born, and they're a lot more sensitive, they're really forgiving and loving, and they're naturally drawn to you, and they look up to you. Kind of what I'm seeing in this image is this circle of children, and they're looking up to those of us who have this vibration, the amethyst, the spiritual, the clairvoyance, the psychic gifts, and they're wanting to hear that their abilities are okay, that they need to be developed, that they're natural. And that's why I wore this shirt today, because I really wanted to have that message come through as well, to stay true to your essence. And as you do that, it's allowing children and the generations to follow to really live up to that example that you provide to them. So it's really beautiful, such a beautiful co-creation. And maybe you're drawn to jobs or to work with children. You have children of your own, and you know that they're very sensitive souls. They have these more sensitive, empathic gifts, perhaps. So, and that's just to let you know that you're, again, protected and you're supported to help nurture and care for these souls. Okay, these children. So I'm going to pick a card for group 1. I feel like I could keep going on and on, but I want to keep these as succinct as possible. And these might overlap. You might feel a resonance to more than one group or one number, so that's okay too. Okay, so I'm going to just set the intention to pick a card that's really resonant for the group of souls who chose number 1. Okay, I'm feeling lots of energy for this one. So, I think this is the right card. Support. Wow. There are some cards that aren't directly related to a specific location. But it's so interesting that I was just saying this. Your life purpose fully supports you. Really beautiful. So there's also a guidebook, so I just want to read this to make sure we get the full message. But that is really incredible. You are fully supported. Your life purpose fully supports you. You've drawn this card as a sign that you're fully supported. As long as you fully commit to your life purpose, hold positive intentions, and follow your divine guidance. You may feel insecure about making a career transition. Perhaps you feel stuck in a job that offers you financial security with few other rewards. Maybe you've outgrown a profession that once fascinated you. Or you could be wondering how to build a financial foundation for your spiritually based business. The angels ask that you lean upon them as trustworthy business partners who illuminate and support your path. It's definitely what I was feeling into, and that there is movement when you do that, so you won't be stuck. Your role is to continually talk with them, silently as fine, about your hopes, your dreams, expectations, insecurities, and other issues. Tell them everything, then listen to their answers, and your own, which come to you as strong and recurring feelings, ideas, and signs. If you're unsure whether this guidance is accurate, request additional signs and clarification. Like the world's best co-workers, the angels only have your happiness, peace of mind, and best interests at heart. So it's a very collaborative process. Oh, I just love it. And that really does resonate with what I was receiving as well. So there wasn't like a specific kind of vocation necessarily for this group. It's just I'm feeling like this really spiritual based energy for you, especially with the amethyst color. It was really strong. And whatever job you pursue, bringing that energy into it and knowing that you're impacting future generations with this work that you do, and that you are fully supported in it. Okay, very nice. That was beautiful. So I hope it resonated for you if you chose that number. And now I'm going to move into reading for the group that chose the number 2. Okay, so right away I'm getting very vibrant oranges. Some reds are mixed in there as well. But the orange is a sign of, to me, it's always the sacral chakra, the feminine energy of creativity, of sensuality, and bliss. So this is coming through very much of a feminine kind of energy, but it doesn't mean it's just for women. But there's a passion that's coming through as well, vibrancy, very full of life. And that can be seen through just like the vivid colors that I'm tuning into. See if there's any other images as well. I'm also seeing a lot of water, and that makes sense too with the sacral chakra. It's very watery, very emotional. I'm seeing a waterfall, which is really symbolic as well. Feeling like as you're really tuning into your passions, your interests, whatever it is that really sets your soul on fire, it's just this this wealth of love, and this flowing of the water energy is just coming through you so powerfully. Let's see what else wants to come through that image. But it's also really strong, so not only are you having that water, that flowing movement of that vitality in your life force, it's also very strong. It knows who it is, and I'm also seeing that with just the strong vibrancy of the colors as well. You might be the person that really creates energy in a room. You're very dynamic. People are really drawn to you. You kind of you have people kind of change because of the energy that you hold. You notice that it really impacts the space that you're in. That's how I feel like I should say that. And yeah, it's just this warmth and this positivity is coming through these images too. Let's see what else wants to come through. Seeing there's things that are coming through, but it's interesting that I'm seeing it coming out in nature, but I'm seeing a lot of artwork, some paintings, perhaps paintings of nature. Maybe you feel like you're drawn to the arts, and it's just symbolic of a painting, but you really are the artist of your life. You are very creative. Whatever you pursue, you have this creative spark in you. Yes, I'm just seeing a paintbrush and a canvas. Very artistic. I'm hearing that this comes from very ancient roots. This desire to create and to express yourself comes from a really deep inner knowing, and really just from the ancestors. Feel very connected to you. Perhaps from like lost civilizations. Maybe you feel really connected to like other elementals or nature spirits. Let's see what else. I'm just hearing over and over that this is your divine gift. This expression, this creativity is a divine gift, and it needs to be shared within the world, within the collective. Yes, this energy is very much about art and expression, creative pursuits, and it could be, again, the painting, like I said. It could be through dance, it could be through song and music. So it's definitely the energies I'm getting for group 2. Let's see if there's anything else that I'm missing here. you're really connected as well to family, to friendships, to cooperative pursuits, working with other people. I feel like it's strong, like I said, with your energy. You really draw people to you, and you're able to manifest more when you're able to come together in groups and sisterhoods and brotherhoods. And that goes again with how we cooperated with our ancestors, with our ancestry, very much in this group kind of tribal format, and that wants to come through as well. And this way of living is coming through more and more again as we see people living their higher purposes. They're able to co-create, they're able to collaborate, those who have that same resonance. So it's really beautiful. I'm going to choose a card now for the collective who chose number 2. This is just to provide further clarity for the reading. Okay, having really positive energy for this card. I always go with my feelings. Oh, that's exactly it. Oh, I just said this at the end of the reading. Family. Wow, loving your friends and family is central to your life purpose, and this could be family that you're born into or the family that you create. Very beautiful. Let's see what the book says. It was very interesting because that just came through at the end there, the reading, but I really had to tune into it. It wasn't as obvious. So let's see. Family. Loving your friends and family is central to your life purpose. You drew this card to remind you that your life purpose begins at home. You serve an important function through your relationships with the members of your family. This includes the prayers you say on their behalf, the kindness you bestow, and the compassion you have for their actions. This card is also indicative of some forgiveness work that will benefit everyone concerned. You can start the process simply by holding the intention to clear the energy with your loved ones. You already know the people whom you need to forgive, as your first thoughts on the subject were your indicators. A life purpose doesn't necessarily mean a wage-paying career. It's a scope of experience in which you devote yourself to developing your ability to fully love. For most people, relationships with family are grist for the mill in terms of learning to rise above ego challenges. As you focus upon your loved ones' inner beauty, you begin to see it within yourself and all of life. Today, say prayers for the health and happiness of every family member, and notice your inner responses to these blessings. You'll experience newfound peace, which will benefit you in countless ways. So, the guidance in the book is a little bit different than the reading that I had as far as family and ancestors and what that looks like as far as cooperation and coexisting in harmony with others. And I feel like we create that. And I feel like group 2, you're really, really good at that because of the energy that you provide, this vitality, this co-creation, this creativity that you have. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Alright, this is so much fun. I'm going to read now. I know that the video is going to be pretty long if I don't try to be more succinct, but I'm now going to tune into the group who chose number 3. See what colors maybe want to come forward first. It usually starts with the color, vibration, feeling. So far I'm noticing some darker colors like a maroon or a burgundy kind of color, which I don't often see, so it's new for me. And also some dark blues, which I feel is always an indicator for higher wisdom, and more in the intellectual pursuits as well. So this could be more those who are strong in their claircognizance, their inner knowing, or you're more intellectual in the jobs that you like to do. It might be more analytical. So I'm definitely getting those kinds of colors coming through. I also see this passion and this creativity, but it's in a different or unique way, and I see it in more of terms of building something, being more of an architect or a manufacturer. Maybe you're more of an inventor. Maybe you want to start your own business. Those colors are really supportive of that as well. And you have this higher way of thinking. You can kind of see the bigger picture, but you can also be very detail oriented. So that's really interesting how the two kind of can collaborate or connect in that way. Yes, I'm seeing as I tune into that more, just the symbol of a hammer, which to me is that builder, that architect, that creator, but different than group 2, where it's more of the artistic pursuits. It's more maybe scientific or mathematical, but you still do enjoy working with your hands and creating something all of your own. I'm just also getting the sense that the two really want to come together as far as all of the groups really, but as far as group 2 and group 3 really being able to connect, and that these energies are both needed and want to harmonize, because I see group 2 is more of the feminine energies and group 3 has more of the masculine energies, but they're both so necessary, both so beautiful in their own ways. But they could really benefit from the other and working together. So I'm just seeing how there's a lot of harmony when the two groups connect, so that just kind of came through. But let's see what else wants to come through for group 3. I'm also seeing the computer screen, so you're either good at programming computers or maybe just to show technology, new technologies that want to be invented perhaps. Like more of an engineering kind of mind, but I'm also seeing a writer and just new ideas coming forward, and that could be in any of these pursuits or the ones that I mentioned in the other groups. But you're the one that's really going to take the time to write it down. See anything else that wants to come through before I pull a card? I'm just seeing a lot of light, which again is really symbolic of the masculine energy, just bringing in this wisdom, this knowledge, information, but it's just as valuable and just as beautiful as the feminine energies, and that they do need to co-create together. But I'm just seeing this brilliance, and that the world really is in need of this kind of higher energy, with the spiritual pursuits, with the feminine pursuits that I mentioned in the first 2 groups. So not one kind of energy is more special or more important. They all are. We all are needed in the fabric of this beautiful collective that we are. So let me just tune into a card then, and I'll finish up the readings then. Okay, this feels like the right one. Let's see. Study. Interesting. I think that definitely goes with what I was tuning into. It says, reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. Okay. So this could be interpreted a little bit differently than what I was getting. Let's see if I can provide some more insight and go a little deeper. This card indicates that you need additional information to feel confident about your career path. You can see that. Fortunately, the angels are guiding you clearly in this regard. Please notice your recurring ideas and feelings about taking classes, engaging a mentor, reading a book, or other forms of research and study. And that would definitely go along with that kind of mindset if you are more scientific or analytical. You're also receiving signs from above that point you in supportive directions. For example, several people may recommend the same book to you in a short span of time. This indicates that the angels are delivering their guidance to you through other people's messages. There's something important for you in that frequently mentioned book, movie, class, location, or other idea. The angels have opened the doorway of information for you. Definitely, that's what I was tuning into as well. And now it's up to you to accept their gift by reading that book, watching that movie, taking that class, or visiting that location. So I hope that that resonated for some people to further develop the idea that logical, that more informational kind of energy. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. I know it was kind of spontaneous, maybe not as clear as it could be, but I'm still practicing these abilities, and I really, really hope that this was something beneficial, that you received something from this. I love you all so very much, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.